Yo, what's going on, guys? It's hip hop artist and producer Civic Beatz. Welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you coming to watch. Today we do have a glass of whiskey with us, so you know the video is about to be good. I did mix with cranberry juice, which I've never done before, but I had nothing else here to mix with, so hopefully it's good. Yeah, I'm excited. Today we're going to be doing a comparison between mixing female vocals the normal way I usually do it compared to using the Scheps Omni channel plugin. If you guys don't know what that is, it's basically five plugins in one. You have your de-esser, your preamp, your noise gate, your EQ and compressor, and then you also have a open spot to introduce another one of your favorite Waves plugins on there as well, which is awesome. So basically you can do 6 plugins in one. So today we're going to be working with a song called Hit My Line by the artist Adelina. If you guys don't know who Adelina is, I'm going to leave her follow links down in the description below. Go check her out. She's fucking dope. Me and her go back like a year and a half. She's actually in the Love for Music video. If you guys haven't seen that, go check that out. I'll probably have like a little tag up here in the corner. But yeah, she just released this song previously this year. Music video did drop for it last weekend.
But the way I feel for you, it's not okay. You can have all my energy. Never felt love reciprocate. Yeah, the way I feel for you drives me insane. You can have all my energy till there's nothing left for me. Yeah.
Like I said, if you guys haven't seen it yet, go check it out. That's also in the description of the video. So yeah, this is going to be the song that we're working with today. This is the session that we did back in December. Basically what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to run the original track how it is. I'm going to let you guys hear it with the harmonies and everything else on it. Basically just be the original song, the original mix. Afterwards, we'll dissect what plugins I'm using for that original mix, specifically the main vocals, and then we'll hop into a different auxiliary strip and we'll try to do an entire mix just using the Scheps Omni channel plugin. So here it is. Here's the original.
Hey, but the way I feel for you, it's not okay. You can have all my energy. Never felt love reciprocate. Yeah, the way I feel for you drives me insane. You can have all my energy till there's nothing left for me. Yeah, you have all my energy. Yeah, down, da da da.
Cool. So yeah, that was the original mix. What I first did was I introduced a EQ. I did some subtractive EQing, and then I did use a high pass and low pass filter. I rolled off around 150 hertz for the high pass filter, and then with the low pass filter I rolled off right around 14,000. The next thing I did add was a vocal rider. I didn't change any of the default parameters. I kept it at positive 6 dB and negative 6 dB. I just want that vocal to be sitting somewhere in the middle in between there. After that, I did use a compressor. This, you know, some producers might think that this is a little too much at this point, but you know, I personally, like, I know all the parameters that you should be doing shit by, and I'll normally start off with that, but then I just let my ears take over, and you know, if the song calls for it, if the vibe calls for it, you know, I do some other stuff, which I think that's like the key to getting a record that's just, you know, very in tune with itself. You don't want it to sound too, like, you know, it doesn't sound natural. The next thing I did add was a de-esser. And I kept the frequency at 5500, and the threshold is 31 or negative 31, which is a little much, but I really wanted to make sure it was working. Her vocals were brighter, so I wanted to kind of tame some of that and then reintroduce some of that high end farther down the plugin chain. I did have a Maserati, a little bit more compression. I took some more treble out. and kept the bass the same, and the sensitivity is a little bit on the weaker side. I didn't want to push it too much. I just wanted it to have a presence. I did have a C4 multi-band compressor on here as well. The C4 multi-band compressor allows you to compress certain parts of the frequency spectrum in a more specific way. You know, like for instance, I have, you know, more compression between the mid and high frequency range. This is because, like I said, her vocals are a little bit higher, so I was taming those a little bit more and kind of making the vocal a little bit more compact. And then I did add a Chris Lord Algae plugin as well. I took the stereo field of the vocals and I kind of just brought it down to more of like a mono. I wanted the beat to sit more in the stereo field and then have her sit in the middle. I don't really use the reverb and the delays on this plugin a lot, just because I normally will bust my reverb and delays out of the auxiliary channel strip. And then for this one, I was already compressing, you know, with the Maserati and the other compressor and the C4, and I didn't feel the need to, you know, introduce even more in here. Introduce some more treble here, and then took out a little bit more low end, I think like a dB. Yep, -1 dB there. I do have a vitamin, and this is where I kind of reintroduce a lot of the frequencies that I'm taking out earlier in the plugin chain. So I wanted to introduce a little bit more of those low to mid-range frequencies because, like I said, hers are really high, and I wanted to have that oomph to it. And the vitamin is a great plugin to do that. I also did add some of that high end back in there because I was messing around with that treble earlier, so I wanted her to be more clear. And then the last plugin is the arc compressor. As you can see, I'm not really doing too much with it. The ratio is at 1.1, the threshold is at -20, and the attack and release is, you know, default setting. I didn't change anything about it. I just wanted to kind of encapsulate the entire mix. If you think about it like, you know, a dinner plate that you have leftovers from, you know, you have everything on your plate and then you kind of encapsulate it with like plastic wrap. That's like the best analogy I can come up with right now. That's basically how I view this plugin for the way I'm using it. Just kind of encapsulate everything. Don't want to do too much. Still very transparent, but it just, you know, makes you feel safe, I guess. So yeah, so that's basically it, guys. And then I did bust out the reverb and delay. So yeah, so we can hop over to the new channel strip with the Scheps Omni channel plugin. So basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing a bass mix, you know, from 0 all the way up to determine whether or not, you know, is the workflow good? Does it save time? Is it worth it? How does it sound compared to like the normal way of mixing? And then at the end we'll kind of like go back and forth and, you know, kind of compare some of the stuff that I'm noticing. So what I'll do is I'm going to solo out the vocals, just the main specifically right now. And let's see here. So before I even add the Scheps Omni channel plugin, I do have the EQ that I had in the other mix, but I only wanted the subtractive aspect about it. I did disengage the high and low pass filters because I want to do that in the Scheps Omni channel and see how good that is. And then I did have the vocal rider still on here as well, just to keep that vocal sitting right in the middle, not doing too much crazy things while we're trying to work with it in the new plugin. So I'm gonna open up Scheps Omni channel here. As you guys can see, it looks badass. I love the way it looks. It just looks so sleek. It's all analog. There's nothing visual about it, rather than like, you know, up here your meters. But yep, you have your preamp, your noise gate, your de-esser, which is 2 bands, which is really nice. One for your harsh resonances and one for your harsh like S's and stuff like that. You have an EQ and then your compressor, and then you have an insert here for, you know, another Waves plugin of your choice. I usually like to go with a SSL EQ. Where is it? There we go. And then what you want to do next is you want to arrange this, which is another cool thing about this plugin. You can arrange, you know, the order of these in here. So you want to kind of visualize it as if you were kind of doing a top-down mix, you know, as you normally would. So your pre is going to come first, your noise gate's going to come second, de-esser third, and so on and so forth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the preamp and the noise gate. I'm going to move my SSL EQ before the de-esser. This is because I'm not going to engage with the noise gate. I'm just going to keep it the way it is, which is off, because I already did clean up the vocals already without having to use a noise gate, which I think just sounds way more cleaner, especially if you're talking about female vocals. But yeah, I want the preamp first, and then I want my EQ, because I'm going to boost some of that high end, and then that's where I'm really going to introduce the high pass and the low pass filters. And then after that, I'm going to tame the S's. I'm going to come back in with another EQ, and then tame the rest of the stuff that's kind of, you know, out of whack. Use my compressor to kind of, you know, encapsulate it, like I was talking about, you know, in the other mix. And then from there, we'll see if we need to add, you know, another plugin or not. All right, so I'm gonna play the dry signal, and then once we get some levels right, then we'll introduce that beat and then hear it as a whole.
Hey, but the way I feel for you, it's not okay. You can have all my energy. Never felt love reciprocate. Yeah, the way I feel for you drives me insane. You can have all my energy.
All right, so first thing first, we're gonna do we're gonna engage the preamp. And what I want to do actually is play around with the saturation right out the gate. Yeah, we'll do 30. So these buttons here, the odd, even, and heavy, they pertain to the harmonics of it. You can either add odd harmonics, even harmonics, and then heavy is like a mix and blend between the two. So I'm gonna do even. I think that sounds better, you know, for a song like this.
Okay. You can have all my energy. Never felt love reciprocate. Yeah, the way I feel for you drives me insane. You can have all my energy till there's nothing left for me.
And like I said, guys, if you're you know, just starting, this is something that you're gonna have to kind of play around with and find your preference. I already am going to certain things because I know based off just all the mixes I've done, like what I want to hear. So yeah, you just got to play around with it a little bit. This is where I'm going to reintroduce my low and high pass filters.
But the way I feel for you, it's not okay. You can have all my energy. Never felt love reciprocate. Yeah, the way I feel for you.
I'm going to really crunch that high or that low pass filter, because I'm going to reintroduce some highs back here.
For me, yeah. You have all my energy, yeah. Now, da da da. No. Hey, but the way I feel for you, it's not okay. You can have all my energy. Never felt love reciprocate. Yeah, the way I feel for you drives me insane. You can have all my energy.
So I'm just taking out some low end
nothing
here.
Left for me, yeah. You have all my energy, yeah. Now, da da da.
This cranberry juice is not that bad with Jack Daniels. If you're not over 21, don't listen to what I just said. Okay, so now that we have that, we're going to go to our de-esser. We're just trying to find the harsh S's at this point. And then we're going to move on to the harsh resonances in the low to mid range. you guys don't know what a harsh resonance sounds like in the low to mid range, this is probably the reason why if you listen to a song and you get a headache after just a few times of hearing it, this is probably what you're hearing without even really noticing it. This frequency, when it's boosted and ran through a bunch of compressors and, you know, boosted in certain areas, you don't hear it because it's in the, you know, the mix of everything else, but your brain's gonna feel it. So you really want to just make sure you're taming that and taking that out. You just want the cleanest vocal you can get.
But the way I feel for
Just a little bit more high
it's
on
not
there.
okay. You can have all my energy. Never felt love reciprocate. Yeah, the way I feel for you drives me insane. You can have all my energy.
And that's what you guys can try to play with too. I feel like for me, I like to kind of push the limits on certain things and then dial it back. I just have a better, you know, ear trying to find that balance if I'm doing that. I need to hear the extreme and then I need to pull it back.
But the way I feel for you, it's not okay.
Let's engage our
You can have
compressor.
all my energy. Never felt
I
love
go to his -20
reciprocate. Yeah,
threshold.
the way I feel for you drives me insane. You can have
The
all my
ratio, the
energy.
default ratio setting was
till there's
pretty high, so I just
nothing
brought it down to
left for
2.5, which
yeah.
is pretty high still, but
You
I don't
have
see
all
it
my
doing too much here.
energy, yeah. Now, da, da, da,
I mean, a little slight volume increase, but, and that's another thing too, guys. If you are learning how to compress and stuff like that, if you can hear your compressor working a lot, like if you can really tell the difference, you're probably compressing too much. You always just want it to be doing the bare minimum until you know, you can mess around with it, but if you can hear your compressor working, you're definitely doing it too much. You just want to tame your vocal, the high and the low, and kind of bring it to a medium without crunching it. Alright, now that we have that, I think it sounds pretty good right now. We're going to open a Chris Lord Algae plugin. These are just the default settings, they're not on yet, but I'm going to disengage the reverb and the delay. So you can already hear that the stereo
it's not okay. You can have all my energy.
Yeah, we want to bring
Never
that to more
felt love
mono.
reciprocate. Yeah,
I like
the
to go
way
spreader and then bring it down
I
to a mono
feel
sound.
for you
I want that beat
drives
to be
me
on the outside
insane.
and then her vocal
You
to
can
be in the
have all
middle.
my energy till there's nothing left for me. Yeah,
Let's bring this up
you have all my energy. Yeah.
just a little bit. Bring out some high,
Da, da, da,
and we'll take out some of the low. Sounds good. Let's bring on the beat and see how this sounds.
But the way I feel for you, it's not okay. You can have all my energy.
Add some
Never felt
reverb.
love reciprocate. Yeah,
Delay.
the way I feel for you drives me insane. You can have all my energy till there's nothing left for me. Yeah,
Add some of that low end back in there.
you have all my energy. Yeah. Now, da, da, da,
Let's turn on that those harmonies with it.
But the way I feel for you, it's not okay. You can have all my energy. Never felt love reciprocate. Yeah, the way I feel for you drives me insane. You can have all my energy till there's nothing left for me. Yeah.
Alright, now let's compare it with the original mix.
But the way I feel for you, okay. You can have all my energy. Never felt love reciprocate. Yeah, the way I feel for you drives me insane. You can have all my energy till there's yeah. Down, da da da.
Cool. Well, there it is, guys. That is mixing with the Scheps Omni channel plugin. For me, I would rate it honestly like a 5 out of 5 star. I don't know. I mean, if you guys watched it, I mean, the process and the workflow on it is just so quick and so fast. Granted, I do know what I'm doing when it comes to certain parameters right away, but I mean, even still, like, that was a quicker mix. You know, if I'm working in the studio, I have somebody in the booth, and I just want to get like a quick mix done within, like, 10 to 15 minutes, and really just so we can hear it and, see what we got to do still. That is like the perfect plugin to do it. I mean, I don't think I'm probably gonna ever mix without using it again. If this was like the final mix, I probably would spend a little bit more time kind of finding, like, really specific detail stuff. You saw I paired it up with the I can't talk right now. Paired it up with the Chris Lord Algae vocals. I think those two combined, tackled everything that my original mix did with 9 plugins. Granted, that Scheps Omni channel is like 6 in 1, but still, I mean, that just it's saving CPU, it's saving space, it's saving time. I think it's perfect. If you guys are just starting out producing, I would definitely recommend this this plugin. It's not very visual. There's not a lot of, like, graphs and stuff that are happening where you can see. But I think that's good. I think that a lot of times people get too fixated on, like, a visual on the screen, and they don't trust their ears anymore. But 9 times out of 10, if you just trust your ears and just close your eyes and start maneuvering, certain dials, that you're gonna dial it in. You're gonna find what you like. So I definitely recommend it. The mix, quality-wise, I like both of them. I do think the original mix for me is the way I'd probably go. But like I said, I would probably come to, they both sound on par. Like, they're both on par with each other. I just know that I would have to do a little bit more, detailed stuff with the mix that we just did. So, I mean, as of now, the song still sounds great with the original mix. It's not like, I'm blown away and I have to, like, call up Adelina and be like, yo, we could have did that song better. No. They both sound great. They're both on par. I actually would have to do some more, detailed stuff with this new one. But you guys can see it sounds fucking phenomenal already as it is in not even 10 minutes. So, if you guys like the video, leave a thumbs up on the video. If you have any questions about anything that I did or went over, or anything that I might have blown right by without even realizing it, just leave it down in the comment section below. I want to know if you guys are interested in a plugin like this, or if you guys are more like, the normal way of doing it. Even if you're not even a producer, if you're just watching this for, entertainment, maybe you're laying in your room and have nothing else to do, I appreciate you for being here. You leave a comment down there. Let me know what you think about stuff like this. Like, I think it's cool. I just, for me, this is just normal, but I kind of forget that some people don't know everything I'm talking about. So, I will leave my socials down in the description below. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, but mostly Instagram because that's where I'm, most active. I will be keeping up some updated posts about new videos and new releases that will be coming very, very soon. Don't want to say too much, but it's probably going to be like a footnote into the upcoming album this summer. So I'm excited for it. I want you guys to be there. I want you guys to see it, and I want you guys to hear it. So tune in, go follow me. I will leave a description, or in the description, the follow links to Adelina as well, and the music video that just dropped for this song. Until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.